Hey, what's up guys, it's Jubilee here, and welcome back to my fight kiln guide. As you can see, I'm about to start, and if you haven't seen the setup guide, then there will be a link in the description. I highly recommend you watch it unless you already know how to gear it for fight kiln. Anyways, I just want to say a few things before I go in there. If you're not sure how to set up your ability bar, I'm showing mine right now. You can just pause the video and copy it exactly. Or you can just, do whatever you're comfortable with, but this is what I'm using, so you can use the same thing too if you want. But other than that, I'm about to start, and I will see you then. Alright, what's up guys, I'm back. We've started Kiln. Now, what you're going to want to do right off the bat is run south and go to the L-shaped rock. You're going to be camping this rock for waves 1 to 20 because it is the safest spot, and here you will take the least damage, and all the monsters get lured very nicely. Had a little bit of lag here. Now, on the start of wave 1, a ranger and a meleeer will spawn to the east, 2 rangers will spawn to the north, and a meleeer will spawn to the west. See, they all get trapped nicely. Melee the rangers, and mage the meleeer, and run west and mage the other meleeer. I meleeed here because they don't have a lot of health, so it doesn't matter. Upon completing wave 1, an invulnerability crystal will spawn in the middle. You can choose to take it if you want. I choose not to take it because I don't really need it. Now, on wave 2, a meleeer and a ranger will spawn to the east, 2 rangers to the north, and a ranger to the west. You're going to want to wait till they get trapped. Well, not trapped. Wait till they get lured over to you, kill the 2 rangers north, kill the ranger and the meleeer east, run west, and kill the ranger. Like I said, actually I didn't say this yet, if you don't have soul split, you're going to want to pray accordingly. So here you would be praying range. The meleeer doesn't do a lot of damage, so keep praying range until you kill the ranger. Now wave 3 is basically the same as wave 2. 2 rangers to the north, a meleeer and ranger to the east, and a ranger to the west. Now, as you could see, I regenerated in between waves because I did take a bit of damage. If you don't have soul split, you will be getting hit quite a bit, so try to save up your adrenaline and try to stay away from using thresholds or ultimates. You're going to want your adrenaline so you can heal more. Kill the 2 rangers to the north, get rid of the things on the east, and run west and kill the last ranger. Remember to pray accordingly. Now, at the end of wave 3, a restoration crystal will spawn. I do recommend taking this, especially if you don't have soul split, because you will save a lot of food. Now on wave 4, a mage and ranger will spawn to the east, as well as the north, and a ranger will spawn to the west. Kill the ranger first, and then mage the mage, and then melee the ranger to the east, and mage the other mage. And then run west and melee the ranger. On wave 5, a Dill will spawn way northeast, you don't have to worry about it right now, and 2 rangers will spawn to the east, 2 rangers to the north, and 1 ranger to the west. Remember to pray accordingly. And if you have any leftover adrenaline, you can stall. Okay, here I forgot about the Dill for a second, but once you kill everything, run north, let the Dill come towards you, and if you have a pickaxe, stand where I am in the video and run towards it. You have to be 2 squares away from it. Hit it with the pickaxe and string an ability, and then run back to where you were. Wait till its health bar disappears and repeat. If you're using dreadnips, then just do what I'm doing in the video. Now when you've completed wave 5, a magic crystal will spawn in the middle. I choose not to take it, but like I said, if you want to take it, you can. Magic crystals are very helpful on Har-Aken, but the method I'm going to show doesn't involve magic crystals, so you don't have to take it. As you can see, a ranger and mage will spawn to the east, a ranger and mage will spawn to the north, and 1 ranger to the west. Pray accordingly. I'm sorry, 2 rangers will spawn to the west, I totally forgot. On wave 7, a ranger and mage will spawn to the east, 2 rangers to the north, and 2 rangers to the west. Nothing special about this wave, just pray accordingly. On wave 8, a big mage will spawn to the east, 1 ranger to the north, and 1 ranger to the west. Kill the ranger to the north first once he gets lured to you, mage the big mage, and then run west and melee the ranger. On wave 9, 2 rangers will spawn to the east, 2 rangers will spawn to the north, and 2 rangers will spawn to the west. Kill the 2 rangers to the north first, and try not to get hit by the ones to the east. Run east, kill those ones, and then run west and kill the remaining 2. Once you've completed wave 9, run to the middle, stand on the northeast side of the middle rock, as I am in the video. Jad will spawn to the southwest, and 1 ranger will spawn to the southeast. Let them both get lured to you. Put on your mage equipment and proceed to mage Jad, and prayer switch accordingly. Now, I like to put my prayers on my ability bar because it's a lot easier to switch that way, and you can also use abilities, which is very helpful on Jed. So kill the ranger, and congratulations, you've completed waves 1 to 10. Okay, well, honestly, waves 1 to 20 are pretty straightforward. Just run back to the L-shaped rock on wave 11. 4 mages will spawn in total. 2 to the east. I'm just getting 1 to the east, 2 to the north, and 1 to the west. You're going to want to pray mage or soul split, whichever one you have. And that's about it. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Upon completing wave 11, a Constitution Crystal will spawn in the middle, and you're definitely going to want to pick that up because they are so helpful on Har-Aken. Anyways, on wave 12, one mage will spawn to the east, one mage will spawn to the north, as well as one ranger, and another ranger will spawn to the far west. You're going to want to kill the ranger north, and then take care of the two mages east by maging them, and then go west and melee the last ranger. Again, pretty straightforward. Now on wave 13, one small mage will spawn to the east, another mage will spawn to the north, and a big mage will spawn to the west. You're going to want to mage the two regular mages and go west and mage the bigger mage, and again, straightforward. Like, can't be any easier than that, honestly. This is a pretty easy wave, so yeah, just watch what I do. It's honestly not that hard. On wave 14, one big mage will spawn to the east of you, two mages will spawn to the north, and another big mage will spawn to the west side, and he will be trapped, and as long as you stay out of range, he won't attack you, so take care of the two small mages first, go east and take care of the big mage, then run west and kill the other big mage, as I've done. Okay, now remember to be stalling adrenaline if you don't need to regenerate, and on wave 15, a big mage will spawn to the east, a ranger to the north, and another big mage to the west. Melee the ranger, mage the big mage, and run west and take care of the remaining mage. After completing that wave, a restoration crystal will spawn in the middle. Take that, and the next wave, a big mage will spawn east along with a regular mage next to it. A ranger will spawn to the north along with another regular mage, and a big mage will spawn to the west. Take care of the ranger, kill the mage, kill the big mage, and then kill the mage that was next to it, run west, and kill the big mage. In wave 17, a big mage and a small mage will spawn to the east, a meleeer and a ranger will spawn to the north, and another big mage will spawn to the west. Take out the ranger, mage the meleeer, mage the big mage east along with the regular mage, run west, and kill the big mage with mage once again. Wave 18, a big mage and a ranger will spawn to the east, a meleeer and a ranger will spawn to the north, and another big mage will spawn to the west. In this wave, you're going to want to kill the ranger first, then mage the meleeer, then, I didn't do it in the video, but a little trick here is, so you don't get hit by both at once, to click inside of the big mage so it can't move around and attack you, and then you kill the ranger while you're inside of it, and then you take care of the big mage, and then you run west and kill the remaining two. And I forgot to mention that there was also a small mage west, and you're going to want to kill that too, of course. On wave 19, there will be a total of 8 mages. 3 will spawn to the east, 3 will spawn to the north, and 2 will spawn to the west. There will be simple tactics to avoid getting hit by all 3 at once. If you have soul split, you really don't need to worry about anything, but if you don't, then obviously just pray mage, kill the one closest to you first, then kill the remaining 2, go west and kill those 2, so you can just kill these guys without the other 2 attacking you, and just kill them in a line. Go north and kill the Dill. If you have a pickaxe, do some pickaxe flinching and stringing abilities, and make sure the health bar disappears before you start hitting it again. And now, on the next wave, it is another Jad wave. You don't need the range crystal, obviously, because you only brought 2 styles. Stand on the touch the northeast side of the middle rock, so Jad and the mage will get lured, and you won't get hit. As always with Jad, make sure you pray accordingly. Like I said before, it is easier if you put your prayers on your ability bar. And then kill the mage, and you will go on to the next set of waves, which are mainly meleeers. Now on wave 21, a ton of tokhaar-kals will spawn. Those are the small meleeers. There will be a lot of them, so I advise that you pray melee. Now you're going to want to aggro all of them and run to the east rock and trap them behind it, and just slaughter them, basically. Remember to stall adrenaline if you don't need to regenerate. On wave 22 it will be all meleeers. Pray melee and run to the northeast rock, and they will all get trapped behind it, and I recommend to kill the two tokhaar-kals first, so when you kill the meleeer in front of you, they don't walk over to you. Now, wave 23 is essentially the same thing, except with a few different enemies. It will be all meleeers again, so make sure you pray melee, go back to the same rock, and kill the two tokhaar-kals first, and kill the remaining meleeers. Now, upon completing this wave, a Constitution crystal will spawn in the middle. Pick that up, run to the northwest corner, and pray Soul Split or Range, and melee the ranger that spawns, and then the rest are melee. So, mage them, and then run east, and mage the remaining meleeer. Now on wave 25, you're going to want to pray range. Even if you have Soul Split, a ranger will spawn to the northeast and northwest, a big mage to the southeast, and two meleeers to the southeast and southwest. You're going to want to trap the two meleeers on the middle rock, and that will cause the big mage to get trapped behind them. Run north and mage the two rangers, and then run back south, mage the two meleeers, and then mage the remaining major. Now, after wave 25, you're going to want to run east, and then step 2 north of the rock. A big mage will spawn north and south of you, along with a meleeer south of you, and a ranger west along with a meleeer. Let the meleeer to the west walk over to you, kill him, run 4 squares north, and mage the big mage, run back south, mage the meleeer, then mage the other big mage, and run west and melee the remaining ranger. On wave 27, it's pretty similar to wave 24. Run to the northwest corner, pray range or soul split, kill the ranger that spawns next to you, and then the rest will be meleeers along with a big mage to the east. So after you've killed the ranger and all the meleeers, run east and mage the big mage. Once you've completed wave 27, pick up the restoration crystal in the middle and immediately run east and touch the rock. On wave 28, a Dill will spawn to the north of you, and there will be a total of 5 other Dills this wave and a big mage. Once the Dill is about 4 squares away from you, I want you to run north, and then 2 west of the rock that is north, and then let the Dill west of you walk towards you, and once you see him, I want you to step 1 square east like I do in the video. Now, the Dills will both be trapped. Once the Dills are trapped, kill the big mage and do whatever you need to do to kill the Dills that are near you. Obviously, you're going to want to kill the one to the west first rather than the one that is south, because if you kill the one that is south first, the one that is west won't be trapped anymore. Now, run southeast to the rock and get the 2 Dills over there trapped on the rock, and just do whatever you need to do to kill them, dreadnips or pickaxe, and then run west to the middle rock and kill the remaining 2 Dills. On wave 29, it will be all meleeers. 1 will spawn to the northwest, 1 will spawn to the northeast, and then 4 will spawn to the south. Let the 4 that spawn to the south get trapped on the middle rock, and then kill the 2 that are near you and just mage the remaining meleers. Remember to stall Adrenaline if you don't need to regenerate, and on wave 30 a Jad will spawn to the southwest, a meleer to the southeast, a meleer to the southeast, northwest, and northeast. Kill the Jad first, and remember to pray accordingly. Mage the remaining meleer, and get ready for wave 31. It will be all rangers, so make sure you pray range, even if you have soul split. They will spawn in each one of the corners. Kill the 2 to the north first, and then you can soul split the remaining 2 if you have it. On wave 32, it will be all meleers again. Stand on the northeast side of the middle rock. Heal if you need to, as I do in the video. And basically just do what you did last time. You're going to want to pray melee. Well, you don't have to pray melee. You can pray melee or soul split and kill the 2 north and then kill the remaining 2 south. Now on the next wave, it will be all big mages. They will spawn in each corner. So you're going to want to have mage out, and you're going to want to pray mage, definitely kill the 2 north and then get rid of the remaining 2 south, which you can soul split again if you have it. On wave 34, stand on the northeast side of the middle rock. Make sure you're touching it. A Jad will spawn to the southeast, a Ranger will spawn to the southwest, and a Meleer will spawn to the northwest. Mage the Meleer, and then kill Jad. Make sure you pray accordingly, and then kill the remaining Ranger. Now, wave 35 can be tricky, so make sure you watch what I do carefully. You're going to want to line up with the middle rock and then run west and touch the lava, and a Jad will spawn to the northeast, a Meleer to the northwest, a big mage to the southeast, and a Ranger to the southwest. Run south and melee the Ranger, and then mage the Meleer, and then run west, line up with the middle rock again, and then run directly east and make sure you're touching the middle rock and mage the mage, and then take care of Jad and make sure you pray accordingly. After you complete wave 35, go in the middle and pick up the Constitution Crystal, touch the northeast side of the middle rock. A Jad will spawn to the southeast and southwest. Mage the Jads and make sure you pray accordingly. Once you've completed wave 36, it is time for a Har-Aken, and if you've been picking up the Constitution Crystals and Restoration Crystals, this wave should be really easy. Now, as soon as the wave starts, run directly south and activate a Constitution Crystal, and on this wave it really helps to be in resizable screen, so you can see where the head is popping up, and I'm just going to say this now, the head will never spawn to the north. It will either be west, east, or south, and once you see it, you're going to want to mage it. I don't recommend meleeing it because I feel like mage is more accurate and it's better on it, but once you activate the Constitution Crystal, you are invincible. It dramatically increases your hit points and constantly heals you, so you will never die while you're on a Constitution Crystal. That's why I told you to pick them up, and if you run out of Constitution Crystals and it's taking you a bit of time to kill Har-Aken, then you still have the Restoration Crystals, and I'm sure you still have a bunch of food. Unless you messed up some of the other waves, you might not have as much food left, but if that's the case, try to find a place with not a lot of tentacles and stand there until you see the head pop up. Congratulations if you made it this far and got your first Kiln cape. I know it feels pretty awesome when you kill Har-Aken for the first time. I was really excited to get the cape. But yeah, if this video helped you out, make sure you subscribe for future videos and give this video a like, because it takes 2 seconds and does help me out a lot. But other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.